Nike SB is slated to release their version of the Air Max 2 CB94, dropping in 2026. But get this, it's a low. Yes, instant cop for me. Also, we got first looks, Jordan 1, shatter backboard. The box is crazy. I'm already with it. Also, them Puma, LaMelo Ball joints, the MB joints, that whole version, yo, they're on fire. I don't care what nobody say. Let's get into it. What up, Prime Mega New Trees reps under the full trees up. Listen up, man. I saw something that just perked up my spirits, lifted my soul, and had me looking forward to the future. The Nike SB Air Max 2 CB94, and it is a low. And the rendering that I saw was actually the same colorway as the Nike SB 4s. That red, that white, actually the friends and family version. That red, that white with the bubblegum sole. Yeah, these joints. It's only like a side view, but I can only imagine because it's SB that they're gonna do something with the shape, probably articulate it a little different for the skaters. And also the tongue in the shoe, they definitely gotta do something with that, their signature way of how they do their iteration of shoes. So I cannot wait, because like I said, I think it was just a rendering, but it looks like it's confirmed that it is on its way for 2026. So I'm going to be looking forward to that, because I'm telling you, like, I'm a fan of that CB94 joint. Speaking of which, people were saying that these were tough to get on, and I mean, that was the rumor, right? I mean, or not the rumor, but that's the general consensus. And so I literally just tried this on. I didn't get a chance to put any fits together or even put my feet in the shoe, but I literally just did before I pressed record, and I was like, it's really not that tough to get these on. I don't know if it's this particular colorway that is easy or the other ones are a little difficult, but you just grab this, this, whatever this shoe ring thing is, and that's it. See what the problem is, y'all didn't have, or some of y'all, I won't say everybody, these were easy for me because I've had work shoes, and I think, what pair was that? I want to say it was my D-Rose Adidas, my Adidas Dame Rose, the 7s. Now, I found these in Ross. I love these. I still have them. Now, I got them at a 10.5. I'm an 11. Sometimes I can get a 10.5, but Adidas shoes tend to fit on the smaller side. So I put these Jones on and they crush my toes. However, they're still comfortable at the same time, which is the weirdest thing. They're comfortable, but they're crushing my feet. So I was only wearing them to the gym, but I love those. They're gray. They're the gray joints, but getting them on, I'm pretty sure it was those. It was either those or my I can't think of the other pair. There definitely wasn't. It wasn't easy. So it was those. I had to actually, put your finger down in the shoe, and you actually end up getting a rug burn, almost like a rug burn. I take the layers of skin off my thumb. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your thumb like a shoehorn to get some of these shoes on. So as far as difficulty is concerned, for me personally, this was not, I repeat, was not the most difficult shoe to get on. Like I said, y'all, as many shoes as some of these other sneakerheads out here have, I can't imagine that this was one of the difficult. But for me, like I said, my road was a little different. I'm just speaking for me, and I literally just put my shoe right on. And like I said, probably because I have some really rugged work boots to put on, and they'll tear your hands up too, trying to get them Jones on. And like I said, some of my older basketball sneaks, and like I said, I'm pretty sure the Dame Rose, D-Rose 7s was one of them joints. But yeah, another subject. Yo, so what y'all feeling about them shatter backboards? For one thing, I'm gonna tell you, that box is crazy. The box is crazy. I know people are like, oh, you're gonna just talk about the box. Yeah, yes, because presentation is everything. Presentation is everything. Fam, let me tell you something. I love, if for anything, the design and the rollout of the boxes of Jordan 1s, especially as of recently. They've been on fire. The UNCs, the Rare Airs. I mean, you want to go all the way back to the Lost and Founds. Like, I mean, they're second to none with the boxes. I mean, and I think you have to be on point with the whole presentation. So I'm giving Nike kudos for that. However, I'm hearing, or we've seen, and I'm pretty sure you saw what I saw on some of the other videos, that the texture is not that of the 2015 version. Now, what I really want to ask y'all, does it really matter? Does it really matter that an OG, well, not an OG, a shoe that is a classic, that is a grail for certain people, that has been reborn, a reiteration, not really a reimagine, but it's reborn of new materials, not like that of the past. Does that really matter to you? I'm gonna be honest. I am not, what is the word I'm looking for? The shoe has to really, 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 and I mean really, 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 really be trash for me not to like it because of the materials. It has to be just literally like stitched together and you can see it get ready to fall apart at the seams. For me really not to like it, because if I want a shoe and I really love it, I'm getting it. Now, of course you get your afterthoughts when you purchase the shoe and you wear it for a while, you live in it for a while, and you're like, yeah, it could have been a little bit better. But from what I'm seeing, and also for what we know now, leather, the tougher leather, rather than the buttery leather, is actually the better quality. So the buttery stuff, the textured, not textured, the whatever, I can't think of the word, but whatever that was in 2015 versus now, the new leather that Nike's been using, especially with the black toes, if they're using anything similar to that, I'm not saying that they are, the black toe leather to me is straight. It was high quality to me. And people were calling that trash, and come to find out that was a very high grade of leather. It's just the buttery soft texture was not there. And like I said, come to find out, that's not really the highest grade of leather. And I'm not an expert. I'm just going by what I see and hear. So again, I want to just urge the question, does it matter like that? Does it matter like that? About how good the quality is, or of the leather? As long as it's a good shoe, as long as it's well-made shoe, will you still be copping? Will you still be rocking them or putting them on ice? For me, it's an instant cop, because I'm adding to my collection. I'm trying to strengthen my collection. I'm still fairly new. I feel like I'm a sneakerhead by rite of passage, meaning I was around when a lot of this stuff came out, but I did not have it as a kid. I did have a couple pair of Jordans, of course, Nikes, but I really wasn't into it as I am now as a grown-up. different circumstances, different mindset, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's a really important question for us, especially in this current era that we're in, of sneakerhead culture and stuff like that. Like I said, for me, it's an instant cop. I'm definitely gonna get those. It doesn't really, the shoe really has to be trash. And from what I see and what I hear, it's really not trash. It's just not the same leather that we got 10 years ago. So, and I mean, I guess it would make sense because 10 years ago, they don't have the same cows that leather came from, I guess. I don't know. Bad joke. Lastly, Puma, and which is one of my favorite basketball shoes as well. Puma, nobody's really giving Puma, I feel like, the props that they deserve as far as the consistency. I mean, we're talking about Adidas, cool. But Puma is on point with their themes as well. Especially as of lately with LaMelo Ball, those MBs. The first ones I saw or noticed was the alien skin joints. Those is crazy. And I actually want a pair of those, especially for the gym. If not for anything, the gym. The Ninja Turtle collab, the Shredder version of the Ninja Turtle collab, fam. That is crazy. It is crazy. I think I've actually brought this up before, and I'm only tying it in because I'm bringing it up again because there's new iterations coming out. I think he's got a graffiti colored version coming out. And he's got the other ones that are really low. And then they're like old school with the thick shoelaces. Like the B-boy shoelaces. I was like, yo, those are fire. And they got graffiti written on the side of there. Like they're doing an excellent job with the design of that shoe. Now, to the degree of how much he gets credit for the design, I have no idea. But whatever they're using to draw forth inspiration, definitely get kudos, a salute. I mean, they're on fire, in my personal opinion. I mean, I don't know if anybody out there is any Puma fans. I'm gonna be honest. I have the RSX, the green versions that came out, 19? I have those. I love those. I mean, they're still sitting there. I haven't worn them in a long time. They're more like a dad shoe. Also, I copped J. Cole. I got the J. Cole low, the red orange joints, and I also have the yellow mids and the blue mids. The blue I got from GOAT. That was the only shoe I actually got from GOAT. But the yellow ones I got from StockX. I love them both. However, boy, they fit tight as well. They're 11s. I should have went up a half a size up. I should have known because I had to go up a half size up for my RSXs, and they were fine. But man, I had to actually wear them for a while. And every now and then when I put them on, they still, boy, they tear my big toe. Woof. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even imagine. Honestly, I can't imagine balling in those. I do go to the gym every now and then, throw those on. The yellow ones are my favorite. They're fire. Like, I don't feel like they got enough credit for the design of that shoe, of that yellow. And I should actually showed it on camera, but yeah, I don't think they get enough credit because it actually, to me, the silhouette and the design, it looks like one of those amphibious vehicles, like what they call it, a Typhoon, the one with the 2 turbines in the back, and it peruses the bios and those swampy areas with alligators and stuff in there. Like, that's the way the sole looks to me and how the shoe sits on top of the sole. But it's fire. Like, I feel like that's one of the best basketball shoes at least in the past 10 years, outside of Jordan, of course. That's my personal opinion. I feel like it got its just due only to the cult fan base, you know, which I'm not saying it's not large, but it's not big enough to me where I think it got its just due. Just my opinion. I mean, like I said, Puma is on point. And to me, they're just working quietly and diligently over there, and they're doing their thing. Like, it's unbelievable, some of the things that I've seen design-wise that are over there just quietly sitting and on sale. You know what I'm saying? And not sitting, like, not like it's not getting sold, but I meant like they do it so humbly, you know, technology-wise and just design-wise. Just they're definitely doing their thing. But so I just want to salute Puma and get them honorable mention on some of the designs they've been doing, and even up to recently with LaMelo Ball. Excellent job. So it's your boy Prime Mega. Comment below, let me know what y'all think. You know, what you think about them SB4 lows, CB94 lows. Y'all copping them shattered backboards. And what you think about Pumas. You know what I mean? It's your boy Prime Mega. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed day. Let's get it, y'all. Trees up.